Good evening, and thank you for joining us for the Hoosier Legionnaire Live. I'm your Communications Director, John Crosby, and we are the American Legion Department of Indiana. We change lives for veterans, their families, and their communities. We're going to talk about a little bit about how we do that and where you can fit in during this webcast. First, we have an announcement in the form of an invitation. I'd like to announce Legion Day coming up on 9/11, September 11th. Sunday, it's going to be a family-oriented day. We invite you and your family to come and join us here at the department headquarters near historic Fort Benjamin Harrison in Indianapolis. The day is full of events. The day will begin with a 5K run. Registration opens at 7 a.m. This event is free for all to attend. We do accept donations for t-shirts for $20 a piece. Each donation, all proceeds will go to the iVets Fund, which is a new system that we've created here at the department. We've recognized our department service officers and our department staff a gap in our benefits, and that gap exists for veterans that don't have children in the home. Veterans that either don't have children or their children have moved out. We don't have anything in place to help those veterans right now, and so currently we're developing the iVets program, which is the Indiana Veterans Emergency Transition System, and we hope to go live with this system here in October. So we're taking donations for that. Again, everything is free. Donations are welcome for those t-shirts. The run will kick off. There'll be a ceremony at 8 a.m. The run will start at 8:20 here on the grounds. It'll circle the grounds and right back here at the headquarters. There'll be a 9/11 remembrance ceremony as well that morning, featuring Congresswoman Susan Brooks and keynote speaker Brigadier General Michael Osborne of the Indiana National Guard. Following that, there'll be a groundbreaking ceremony here at the southwest corner of the grounds for the Military Veterans Hall of Fame Museum, which actually features Indiana's own past national commander Jim Couts. He's a member there. Free picnic will be held, bounce houses, military displays, a variety of military displays will be here. So come on out, bring the family, and enjoy a day on the American Legion. Our Department Veterans Service Officers will also be Department Veterans Service Officers will also be on hand, providing free guidance and VA benefits assistance to any veterans that need help. So if you want to come out, bring your DD-214, bring your paperwork. We'll give you some guidance free of charge right here at the department. And finally, Legion officers and Legion leadership, this will be a membership turn-in date. So be sure to gather those cards up, bring those cards in, turn them in that morning. We'll have an unofficial count and announcement that afternoon on our progress. So again, come on, bring the family, enjoy a day on the American Legion, 9/11, Sunday, September 11th. Recently at Hoosier Boys State in June, there was an incident among one of the students there. Hoosier Boys State is an American Legion sponsored program for juniors in high school, boys and girls, for Boys and Girls State. It's a week-long program held at Trine University. It takes an in-depth scope, a look into the way the government operates at the city, the county, and the state levels. The graduates of Hoosier Boys State and Hoosier Girls State actually go on to test better than 92% of their peers on government testing. But like I said, this year we had an event. A young student, Cole Walker, suffered cardiac arrest while on the playground, while on the baseball diamond playing with his fellow students. Staff and fellow students came quickly to his aid. They provided life-saving emergency techniques, provided CPR, and basically kept him alive until ambulance could arrive and successfully evacuate him. Cole Walker's doing just fine today. He's actually starting high school this week. He was reunited with some of the students that actually helped save his life and some of the staff there. WTHR Channel 13 actually reported on the reunion. Go ahead and check the video out here.
Well, tonight, 3 Hoosier teenagers believe they were brought together for a specific reason this summer at a statewide conference sponsored by the American Legion.
The young men are talking about the life-or-death situation they face, and Eyewitness News reporter Emily Longnecker tells us what they learned because of it.
This building was the first Legion headquarters.
2 months ago, the young men you see walking around Indy's American Legion Mall were complete strangers to one another.
Letters from home, and all that stuff.
Today they share a bond, an understanding some their age may not yet realize, that life can change in an instant.
And I'm thankful that I get to wake up every day and go see my friends and go to school.
That might not even be the case, though, for 18-year-old Cole Walker, had he never met Josh Walston and Sean Batcha.
Without them, I wouldn't be sitting here today.
Nothing about their meeting at Hoosier Boys State, a week-long American Legion conference in June to study government, seemed out of the ordinary. That all changed on day 3 during a softball game.
And we were coming into the dugout, and I told my counselor that I felt dizzy, and I just collapsed.
I honestly thought he was just passing out because he was dehydrated, because it was hot. But within a few seconds, it was pretty evident that that wasn't the case.
They didn't know it at the time, but Cole was in sudden cardiac arrest. He would later learn 90% of people don't survive it.
I thought that if we don't do anything, this kid's gonna die.
Just told everybody to stand back, and Sean said he was a lifeguard, so I just asked for his help.
Josh, a cadet on his local fire department, started CPR.
Your hands work way faster than your mind. You just do what you were trained to do.
When EMTs got there,
They were surprised that Cole was in as good of shape that he was in for the severity of his condition. Most folks don't survive this.
Cole spent the next 10 days in the hospital recovering. He has an internal defibrillator now, in case his heart stops again.
If my heart stops again, then it'll shock me back and it'll start it again.
Doctors still aren't sure why it stopped in the first place, but Cole hopes to be back playing sports soon.
I'm just going to live a normal life, the life I would have lived before.
A life Cole knows he has these two to thank for.
I definitely feel like this is an orchestrated event. I feel like I was put in the right place at the right time, and I feel like God's really used Josh and Sean to save my life.
A life at just 18 years old, Cole realizes is precious and not to be taken for granted.
There is a purpose for my life, and I'm going to try to fulfill that.
Emily Longnecker, Channel 13, Eyewitness News.
Emily, what a great story. As for Cole, he is thinking of going into the ministry. Josh plans to take an EMT course. In fact, the American Legion gave him $1,000 to help cover the cost. As for Sean, he wants to study engineering. All three say they plan to stay in touch. Good luck to all of them.
Yeah, Cole Walker, he's definitely a fighter, and he's definitely excited to meet back up with those boys. That was actually a great day at the American Legion headquarters here in downtown Indianapolis. We want to add also that our Hoosier Boys State staff are extremely well vetted and trained. We put them through a rigorous background check for each of them. Many of them are previously certified in CPR and life-saving techniques, but this has inspired us to move forward to have every staff member trained by the Red Cross in CPR and in applying AEDs, life-saving techniques during the Midwinter Conference coming up this January 2017. So look forward to that. Hoosier Boys State is just one of our programs. We've got a couple here coming up, more youth outreach scholarship programs. Registration is currently open right now on a couple, Flag Education being the first. The Flag Education Test Program was first initiated by the Department of Indiana in 1996. And by 2004, more than 300 elementary schools in the state have ordered more than 18,000 tests and comic books. The Division of Student Activities of the Indiana Secondary School Administrators approves the American Legion Flag Education Test. The test consists of 20 questions, which vary from multiple choice, true and false, and also a short essay. There are 2 state winners, 1 male, 1 female, and both will receive a $1,000 check. Again, this is a program for 4th graders, elementary school students. Your test papers can be ordered by contacting your American Legion post, your nearby post, or you can go online at www.indianalegion.org under the programs drop-down menu. Another one, Americanism in Government Testing. That's registration is open right there for A&G. The A&G test program was started in 1984 by the Department of Indiana. More than 6,000 students participated last year alone. And again, the American Legion Americanism and Government Test is approved by the Division of Student Activities and the Indiana Secondary School Administrators. This is ran in a senior and a junior program. The senior program includes sophomores, juniors, and seniors. $1,000 scholarship for 1 male and 1 female in each grade. The junior A&G program includes a 7th grader and an 8th grader, again, 1 male, 1 female, one $500 scholarship each. And again, you can order your test papers and get more information at your local American Legion post, or you can find more information and even fill out the order form online at the department website, again, www.indianalegion.org under the program's drop-down menu. Another great scholarship program the American Legion implements nationally, which is ongoing right now, is the Legacy Ride. The American Legion Legacy Ride kicked off Sunday from Post 64 in Indianapolis. More than 400 riders are currently traveling more than 1,300 miles across 7 states, ending at the 98th National Convention in Cincinnati. They're fundraising along the way for the American Legion Legacy Scholarship Fund, which is a fund for the children of our fallen and those that have a 50% or greater disability rating from the VA post 9/11 war veterans. Fox 59 was there on hand Sunday and got some great footage of those riders leaving. You can watch that video here.
Highways for the annual American Legion Legacy Ride. The ride just started, and Fox 59's Jillian Deem is live out there right now with a look as they are hitting the road. Jillian.
Hey, good morning, Zach. Yeah, we saw live as they were starting off this ride, and just behind me here you can see they are still going. We've got hundreds of riders here at the American Legion getting ready to take off on this journey for a wonderful cause. Scott Miller has been letting us know about all the planning behind it, and Scott, as they continue behind us here to set out on this journey, remind people out there, what are they going to do here?
Absolutely. This ride is all about awareness for the American Legion Legacy Scholarship, raising money for children of our fallen heroes as well as those who are 50% disabled. This is a great cause, and every rider has a story, but they're all joining together today for this one cause.
I know we have seen this steady flow of riders here. We've got hundreds here, but they're picking up more along the way.
Absolutely. We've got over 400 motorcycles leaving today, 600 registered along the way, and more people will join us. Every community from here to Cincinnati will be showing their support for the American Legion riders and those that support the American Legion.
I think that's what's so cool is they're going through all these different states. They're going to be seeing people picking up donations along the way. A huge effort to raise a lot of money for this cause.
Absolutely. 7 states, 1,300 miles, and raising money, and 100% of the donations go to the scholarship, which is a huge testament to what the American Legion does to support the veterans and their families.
One of the things I was loving that you said earlier was you were making this analogy because we know that we dealt with some rain yesterday, so there's no doubt going to deal with the heat, things like that, but you were talking about what a small sacrifice that was in comparison and what you guys are really trying to raise awareness about.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, I mentioned earlier, it's going to be 112 degrees in Iraq today, 85 degrees in Afghanistan. These guys are carrying 100 pounds of gear on their shoulders. You know, we've all done that, we've all been there, but today this is our opportunity to support all of our brothers and sisters who are doing it, supporting our freedom, but also taking care of the families of those who have fallen.
Thank you so much for telling us more about it. Thanks for having us out here. We wish them well on their journey, and guys, we'll send it back to you in the studio.
All right, Jillian, thank you very much. Fox 59
And that's no leisurely ride either. Those guys are traveling 7 states, 1,300 miles, facing weather, terrain, traffic, you name it. So it's definitely it's a journey, it's a marathon. To date, the scholarship has raised more than $6.5 million. This is the 11th run they've done. So far this year, they've raised more than $1 million. They hope to reach $1.25 million before the end of their run here at the American Legion National Convention in Cincinnati. So good luck to those riders. That brings us to National Convention. Your delegates will be departing for Cincinnati tomorrow and Thursday to register. During convention, which will last Thursday through next week, presidential candidates Hillary Clinton and Donald Trump are scheduled to address the convention late next week. For live updates, stay tuned to indianalegion.org or follow us for live updates on Facebook as well for live feeds, facebook.com/Indiana Legion, as well as at Twitter and Instagram @IndyLegion. Follow us there. Here at Fort Benjamin Harrison, here in Lawrence, Indiana, northeastern Indianapolis, we have our historic Fort Benjamin Post 510, and we're very proud of that post. Currently, they're leading the nation in membership growth. They were recently recognized at our department annual convention in July. And if you watch these guys work, it's just no accident that these guys are ahead that way. They're extremely active here in their community. They're all active within their posts, and they're active across the state. Most recently, their color guard traveled to Fort Wayne, Indiana to post the colors on stage at the KISS concert. KISS is currently on tour and actually are a very patriotic group, presenting colors at each of their concerts and presenting donations as well for veterans' causes. You can watch the story here.
I'm commander of the historic Fort Benjamin Harrison, Post 510, and I am also a member of the Color Guard. And we support all events, small, large. We do government events, the Blue Star Banner, Family Blue Star Banner. We do Little League Baseball. We do parades. We've done parades, and we've done family reunion events. So we do all events. Anyone who asks us to present the colors, we'll be happy and willing to do that. Tonight, we are going to KISS concert at the Allen County War Memorial Coliseum in Fort Wayne, Indiana. And we're going to present the colors on stage with the KISS band. We're going to enjoy doing that, but our main goal is to present the colors, and then we're also going to enjoy the concert as well. We get requests all the time from like all type of events, and you feel good about yourself, and you can take away a lot from that. The color is a living entity. The national colors represent who we are, and it's a living entity, so we do it to represent our nation. I still get chills almost every time I post the colors or I present the colors. It's a lot of pride and respect, and I love doing what I'm doing.
Outstanding job, Post 510. Thank you. And thank you for tuning into the department webcast. Remember, please follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and on the web at indianalegion.org. I know that last video there may have been a little pixelated. That'll also be available at www.indianalegion.org. Follow us for more information there. Follow us on the National Convention for updates. And again, please join us for Legion Day here at the department headquarters for a family-oriented, patriotic day on the American Legion Department of Indiana. Thank you very much for joining us. Good night.